Hello. Hello. How's it going? This is Alex Sturgeon, back from a couple-week hiatus for the Hobbytown Hobbyplex show podcast. And guess what? Will be here in a little bit. He's driving back from work, so he said to go ahead and start without him, and he'd catch up, which is cool. I'm totally okay with that. Hope you guys are too. I need to change the thumbnail to our thing when I get done here. But either way, how's it going, everyone? It's been a little while. So we got a little bit of funding to do once a month show right now for the podcast, which I'm totally cool with. It's kind of nice having some Mondays off where I don't have to, do anything at 6:30, but I know you guys probably miss it. So for now, we're back to kind of recap our month of February and then look ahead. We got a really good spring coming up. I can't believe it's the end of February already. I'm so happy. Like, it was nice out today. I went and rode my mountain bike on gravel and some bike trails. I've been trying to ride more again, trying to get back in shape, kind of. Back in shape as much as I call back in shape, not like super fit shape, but, good enough. And got some ideas for the dirt track. It's only going to be we're only about a month away from really getting into that spring cleaning mode for the dirt track, where we not only did we do a complete layout change, but we also kind of find things to fix and to clean and to repaint and all that sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's coming. It's going to be close. We are racing dirt finally this Saturday, so carpet is completely over with. And we had a really good finish to the year. We had 90-something entries at our carpet off-road crash-in. We'll talk about that a little bit later when Will's here. But once March comes around, we're back on dirt. We're going to have to live with the drip for a little bit, I think, the condensation drip as the temperatures are still fluctuating between below freezing and not freezing. So that's just going to be part of it. I got a track change coming up March 12th, I think, something like that. Look at the schedule. When are we doing that? So March 12th, 13th, and 14th. So Sunday night, I basically just move dirt till I get tired. All day Monday and then all day Tuesday. And we should have a pretty good layout put in place to finish the Techno Series on, and then also to get us through the first couple weeks of April. The big track change for the Pro Tech race is going to take place. Wow, that's coming up quick. March 3rd. April 3rd through April 6th is when I think I'm going to put that sucker in. So that's coming up quicker than I even said at the opening of the show. It's all going to come together very fast. So, whew, man, that's going to be a very busy month of March. We got the TCS race at the end of March, so there'll be for 10 scale Saturday, there's going to be on, off, and then on, and then the April race. There's only four club races, 5 club races before the Pro Tech race. That's crazy. I got to get on the awards. I need to get that early. Man, there's a lot to do. I just realized that. It dawns on me as I'm sitting here staring at the screen going, yikes, there's a lot going on. How are there only 3 people watching right now? What the heck's going on? It's because we haven't been on in a little while. Or they turned it on and they saw that it was just me and they're like, oh God, here we go. Anyways, first things first. I want to talk about a little bit of the Dirt Nitro Challenge. 13. Oh, thanks, Eric. That makes me feel better. Maybe my stuff's just slow. I wanted to give a shout out to the techno racers that made the A mains at the Dirt Nitro Challenge that just wrapped up. When Will comes on, I'm sure we'll kind of get into the Nitro Challenge a little bit further. You know, we're not necessarily just a 8 scale oriented show like some of the other guys, but I love it when our guys that race here at the Plex, I love it when they're able to do well. So this is what I got. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm just going to cover the A mains. So if you're in the B main or something like that, I apologize too if I missed you. But intermediate buggy, Nitro buggy, Graham Hill finished 4th, and that's with his new Miyako stuff. In 50 plus Nitro buggy, Ryan Dietrich took the win. That is crazy. That's so freaking awesome. And John Calise finished 7th. So a couple of our regular guys right now, I think Ryan's sitting 2nd in points in Nitro Truggy at the Techno Series. So that's pretty awesome. In Sportsman Buggy, Ben Evans, who was just at the last round, I think he raced 4 classes. He finished 11th. Pro Electric Truck, Caden Fuller was 2nd, and Mason Fuller was 3rd, which is freaking awesome for Caden too. He gets to beat his brother, and also, you know, they both get on the podium, so that's pretty sick. In 40 plus electric, Ryan Dietrich, this is not the invite class either. This is just regular 40 plus electric. Ryan Dietrich finished 3rd, and John Calise finished 5th. In Sportsman Nitro Truck, Ben Evans finished 1st, so we got another winner that's raced at the Plex, doing well to DNC. And then in Pro Nitro Truck, you had Jared Tebow getting 5th. Mason Fuller was 10th. Seth Van Dalen was 11th. So the 3 main guys, the 3 main pro drivers that show up, you know, consistently at our place, all made the main in Pro Nitro Truck. In Sportsman Electric, Ben Evans finished 10th, and then in Pro Electric, Mason Fuller got that 3rd spot, which is pretty cool. And then Tebow, Jared, also finished 5th in Pro Nitro Buggy, and man, he was coming. He went from his bump up spot quickly up to 4th, and then was about to get 3rd. And I saw, as I was watching, some really bad luck. The first part of that race that's kind of he stalled out for a bit, and then he was battling with Mayfield towards the end there. I believe in the second to last pit stop, that little 7-8 minutes, and then kind of filled back at the end. But he was coming. He was doing really good, I think. And he's also the only Miyako driver to make the A main in Pro Buggy as well. So I think that's pretty significant for him. I know he's not going to like refinish, but still, for all of us that were watching and seeing it, I think that that was impressive. And then the Fullers, as usual, you know, Mason was leading the majority of the e-buggy, Pro e-buggy main. Just a crazy finish to that one. So the boys are there. It's pretty cool. I know Tom Rendernecht was there. I didn't see exactly where he finished, but I know he was up there, maybe in the B, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, you know, the way that race went was unfortunate, but also you can also look at it as a positive. The short track, the 17-second lap track, really did change the dynamic of that race, you know, because when you're on a big track like that too, if you make one mistake, I mean, you're pretty far back, and a lot of it has to do with just because there's not enough. There's such a distance that when you crash and a marshal has to get you, it's just a huge amount of time to go and get you. So one crash turns into something worse, unless you happen to be at a spot where Marshall's like right there. But then when you have a smaller track and you're only doing 17-second laps, it's kind of like when you race on carpet. If you make a crash on the carpet track, I mean, you're already, you could be in danger of going a lap down by the time you get put right and get going again. So it was even more pressure to not end up on your lid somewhere or, or just have a bad lap even, That being said, nobody ran clean, which I like, the Dirt Nitro Challenge is always hard, but I mean, that track was crazy hard. And Emerson and I were watching the Pro Buggy Main last night, and we were talking about, there was a camera angle that they had where you could see how these guys were searching around for the the smoother parts of the racetrack to get going again. So they're going really, what to us it looks like they're going really wide, but they're in less danger of flipping over from the track, and also it's faster, right? And there were a couple parts there where somebody was trying to pass somebody, and they just ran out of real estate and found one of the potholes and ended up on their lid. And everybody did it. Everybody crashed. So it's a very interesting race to watch, because even with like 2 or 3 minutes to go, you were like, they're gonna crash again, and that's kind of what happened. And traffic too. I mean, there's only 12 cars, which normally there's 15, sometimes even more than that on the big tracks, because you got the space for it. So traffic did play a role in a few areas of that race last night. And but a lot of times there's nothing that the guys can do about it. They're trying to get out of the way. They just happen to crash in front of your leaders, and that's just the way it is, right? So, Dirt Nitro Challenge is always a fun race to watch. It kind of officially begins, although we had the race last month at Thunder Alley that sort of felt like the start of the season, because we did have a majority of the players there. But the Dirt Nitro Challenge is where everybody comes together. 800 entries total, and I don't know. It was good to watch. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I missed a couple. I've been trying to go back and rewatch some of the other A mains, but I was making sure that we had Emerson and I were able to watch the Pro Buggy A main for sure. So that was good. I was thinking about doing a watch party last night, but I don't know. It is fine the way it was, right? We've been doing a lot of live stuff recently with the track and everything too. So good to see you guys on there. There's quite a few questions coming in. And since Will's not here yet, we'll get to a few of them right off the bat here. So right in front of me, Steve RC says, what about the new Reflex 14B Tiny Tuesday car? And guys, we're using the Reflex 14, the previous version. It's just finding tires for it, really. That's the hard part. Is that the race where they're going to have corner officials to call stuff out? I think so. I think I believe the referee was supposed to be Matt Olson. There really was. I mean, let me put it this way: the races that I watched, that I was able to watch, because I did get to catch the Truggy A main, Nitro Truggy A main, and I did catch the Pro Buggy A main. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot to call, really. I mean, your announcer's doing a good job. Jimmy and Kenny are doing a good job of letting guys know when they're getting lapped and stuff. You could hear it on the broadcast, but there really wasn't a whole lot of bad racing, really. I didn't see anything. A couple racing incidents early, but that was, if you're side by side over a jump, unfortunately, that's a tough one to call because you're side by side over a jump. Dinger's back on here. Hey, Alex, are you going to have setup tips for other TLR fellers? That's in reference to my car that I just got, which I'm going to start building Wednesday. So we're going to do I know I promised it last week, but we're for sure going to have an after hours this Wednesday, and I'm going to start building my TLR car. So when I get home tonight, I'm going to try to finish, or at least try to finish a majority of my Axial Pro truck build, and then we'll move on to the other car that I got. So, of course, I always share my setups, although a lot of my setup stuff's just straight up copied from the TLR site. So, we'll see. I did get the C block from Avid to run the 22X4 rear arms, and I'm going to try to do the front end mod so I can use my associated wheels because I have a whole bunch of associated fronts. So once I figure out how to do that, I'll try to share that as well. So yeah, of course. I don't know. I'm excited to have two cars so I can compare them. You know, it's the joy of not worrying about who you're sponsored by. Just run what you want and choose which one you think is better. So Emerson's car is so hooked up. I was saying this on Saturday. Emerson's 22 5.0 has been so good that every time I drive it, I'm like, how are you not winning everything? It's a lot like when I drive Will's stuff. Like I drive Will's stuff and I'm like, dude, your car is amazing. Emerson's been working on his own stuff lately, and it's kind of a load off my back, and it's kind of fun to watch him figure stuff out and then put it to use on the track. So I might be copying Emerson's stuff. You never know. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So that's what that is. All right. So we talked about that. I'll bring it back up when if Will gets back on here soon, I hope, because I do feel really weird right now by myself, just talking to a camera. Hey guys, how's it going? Hold on. So, we did announce the ProTech race officially. The ProTech race is our annual Spring Champs, also known as the ProTech race. And I did put the flyer out there for everybody to see on the Saturday Speed Off-Road page. I think that's where I put it. Oh, no, there's an actual Spring Champs Facebook page. So if you haven't done so yet, get on Facebook and just search Hobbyplex Spring Champs, and it should come up. I updated the page with this year's flyer. I wanted to talk a little bit about it here because it's kind of our first big thing for us for 10th scale. Kind of really set things off as we get into the summer series and the J Concepts INS race in July. So first things first, the dates are April 20th through the 23rd. So that's Thursday if you want. It's a paid practice, and then Friday is practice with a seeding round at the end, and then 3 rounds of qualifying on Saturday, and main events on Sunday. The mod classes will run AAA mains. We'll look at time. If we have 300 entries, which we haven't had recently for this race, if we have 300 or so, we'll probably just run 2-wheel and 4-wheel mod AAA mains, and everybody else will have a single. If we have around the 200 entry mark, I'll probably make the decision that Expert Stock and Expert 13.5 will also get AAA mains. So that's kind of my cutoff. If we're at or below 200, I think we've got the time. We can also run triple mains for the Expert classes, as that's what they've done at the INS race. If we have 300, if we do meet that 300 mark, definitely not. We'd be there until 8 o'clock. So Then the fun part, the really fun part, is the Dash for Cash for the top 2 most well-attended classes. In recent history, the independent buggy class has been one of them. So just regular Joes out there, top 5 in qualifying, going for some money that we raise with a raffle. We'll figure out what we're going to raffle this year, but it'd probably be a buggy kit of your choice, I'm thinking. And then the mini melee we'll do again. And again, that'll be for cash. That'll be for, that'll be a up to 20 car at once sort of thing. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then of course we're going to do our hooligan race, that we directly ripped off from BHRC. And like I said, if I rip something off, I tell everybody that I ripped it off. So Brent Densford knows that I've ripped that off from him. So we do our own version of the hooligan race, and that was a lot of fun last year. That was probably one of the highlights of last year's races. So I think that's going to be really good. And then we added 4-wheel drive independent buggy. Basically, I decided that we should probably just do what the INS class listings are. And so we added a 13.5 independent buggy. I think we're going to do the same thing for the summer series. As far as the giveaways go for the summer series, it'll be one of those things again where the independent and expert drivers will be put together in a hat for their car. The entry fee is the same. It's still $40 for your first, $20 for each additional, $15 for Plex Spec. For Plex Spec beginner, I know the flyer says it again this year. I forgot to have him take it off. But it is still 2-wheel drive vehicles only. I had somebody ask me about that, and I'm like, no. For the trophy races, I think it should be 2-wheel drive only. I am going to get rid of the age limit though, as I want people to kind of run the class they feel comfortable running. So if I think a bunch of our kids are going to move up to independent on their own anyways. So Plex Spec should be for beginners, and I don't really think it should matter what age you are anymore at these large events. Our summer series doesn't have it, so why should this? So the ProTech RC Spring Indoor Off-Road Championships 2023, it's on RC sign up right now. I'm going to really press people to get signed up by the cutoff date so that I have an idea of what awards I need to order. And then T-shirts. So we're going to have T-shirts again for this race. That's kind of where the sponsorship comes in at. We pay for those shirts. So ProTech helps us out with that. And ProTech being the title sponsor, I just want to say that ever since, so Hobbytown and A-Main sort of came together way back in, I think it was 2016 or 17. Hobbytown was really struggling getting their e-commerce sites to work, right, and to be good. A-Main obviously is like top deck, and so the fact that they're pretty much running the Hobbyplex, not Hobbyplex, the Hobbytown national website for sales, really opened up some doors for us as far as distributorship goes. And A-Main and ProTech have really allowed stores to, the stores that carry their stuff, not to get too much inside baseball and stuff, but the margins are really good. So it's profitable. It's really awesome.
Stand by for Will.
Oh, Will's coming in. Woohoo! So we really like ProTech RC, and the EcoPower brand is also an A-Main brand, and they've got some other house brands, but they also kind of opened up the doors for us to carry some other cool stuff that we always wanted to carry. So it's kind of where we get a majority of our drift stuff. Back in the day, it's where we got a lot of our FPV stuff, although that kind of trailed off. Hey, Will, you're sideways.
I'm sideways. You're sideways.
No, you're sideways.
Well, you're sideways. About uh, eh, um,
There you go. Oh,
this way.
yeah, yeah, that's, yep, now you're not sideways anymore.
God, this.
Uh,
I got my thing plugged in.
I need to get you a stand, a phone stand.
Well, it's like I turn my phone on its side. It should like it works on my end.
Huh.
Why does it work on your end?
I don't know.
Hmm. It's like I guess I'd have to have my phone like that.
Hmm.
Does that work?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Oh.
um. Let me try going out and back in.
Okay. All right. I just realized that if the lights behind me were turned to red, I'd look like Joe Biden on that speech he gave about summertime. I'd have the same lighting effect. It was totally Palpatine type mood uh, colors. But in this case, it's purple, so it's kind of like I don't know. Still cool looking. Am I at a Kickstart yet? Basically, yes. So we're trying to get Will logged in. His phone was not running sideways. So, anyways, so yeah, it's a Pro Tech race. So get signed up. It's gonna be awesome. It's also the Pro Tech race is also a got put on the race, the RPP race payout program from Team Losi, Proline, Spectrum, or AKA. So the Horizon brand, so the RPP. So that's one reason why I have a Losi car, because they'll pay out for 40 plus. So I am absolutely I might, unless that car and me doesn't mesh, then I won't risk it. But if it does, I'm gonna be excited. Top 3, baby. That's what I'm going for. Get some money. Some money. While we're waiting for Will to join, the Smoking Rat asked Alex, non-RC question, Jedi or Sith? So definitely not Sith. But also maybe not totally Jedi, I guess. I'm a big Ahsoka fan. I've got a lot of Ahsoka memorabilia, so she's kind of in that gray Jedi area. So yeah. Ahsoka's all the good stuff from the Jedi, not the dogma part of it. You know? Like the no attachment stuff. That's so upsetting about the Mandalorian 2.5 is when Luke, a spoiler alert, but Luke gave Grogu that option, you know, go back to your friend or take this lightsaber, but you can't have any attachments. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. Didn't you learn anything? Didn't we learn anything? So, yeah, good question. One that I'm really hyped up on right now because we got this week starts a very awesome set of shows to watch. So Bad Batch is it's been okay, but Mando starts on Wednesday, and then Picard is already started 2 weeks ago. So we're on episode 3 of Picard on Thursday. So I'm gonna be up late Tuesday night and up late Wednesday night. So I'll be a very tired person on Thursday. From the 2 days of staying up late to watch. I know I don't have to watch them right away, but it's just more fun for me. So that's pretty cool. And Quantum Mania came out, and I haven't seen it yet. but I'll probably wait until it comes on Disney Plus because I did that with the other one and the new Black Panther and yeah. Hey, he says he's trying to join. So I don't know what that means. And more dead air as I don't like doing these by myself. I run out of stuff to say. It stinks. It's like not as much fun. I'm actually, you know what movie I'm excited about is The Flash, dude. Richard,
Why?
Richard, what do you think about the Flash movie? You guys gonna go see that?
It looks good,
Doesn't it?
but then at the same time,
It's
Ezra freaking Miller.
yeah, I know, right? So you don't want to you're torn because the guy's a scumbag, but at the same time, the movie looks amazing.
Yeah.
Why is he a scumbag?
Hey, you want to explain it?
Ezra Miller has had some legal issues over the past couple of years.
Yeah, there you go.
He's the guy's a sociopath.
Wait, who? What's his name? Miller? Like the guy from
Ezra Miller, the
Ezra
dude,
Miller,
the dude that plays the Flash from Justice League.
Was he the guy that what's that guy? Was he in Silicon Valley? That guy?
Oh no, you're thinking of somebody. You're thinking of T.J. Miller.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Weird.
no, this is another Miller, but
All right.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm torn because I don't have HBO, so I can't wait until it comes out on stream and I have to go see it in the theater.
It's on HBO.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
So did all this happen during production or after production?
It had to have happened pre-production, maybe summer. I don't think it was actually during production, but he was arrested multiple times. He was on the run. He had so many accusations of just insane behavior.
yeah.
All around dad dudery.
Yeah.
Which really stinks because I liked him as the Flash. I don't know, it just kind of seemed to fit in Justice League. I actually liked the character. It wasn't used good enough, but
Yeah, he was underutilized in Justice League.
Yeah.
I thought.
for sure. Hey, do you have internet?
Was that?
Me?
No, Richard.
Yes.
Oh, weird. My computer just did that thing again where it says I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh well. I'm gonna restart. My computer will do. My laptop will do that sometimes. So.
Well, I'm getting my sprint car ready for this weekend for anybody that wanted to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Is that a new body?
Yeah, I got a new body. It's the same as the old one, but I just knew what I was doing this time.
Oh.
And my old one, I painted the wrong side of the top wing, because it's just everything goes different ways, and you have to take off to get it the right way. You have to take off the film on the side you need to paint it. It's kind of funny, but oh well. It's I don't think anybody. I think they do that on purpose, so you have to buy two bodies. The first one, when you're starting out,
Are you gonna wrap it or anything like that? Are you gonna get a Will Brinton wrap?
I have one. I haven't put it on yet. You want to see it?
Sure. You have to Yeah, we're still going. My computer says my computer just says I've got no wireless. Oh well. That's okay.
Garrison made this one for me.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
That looks
And
good.
it's the chrome.
Yeah.
So that's the side, and then this is the top wing.
What is 292? Oh, 92. Okay.
Also, I my friend Brandon Highshoe's 9,
Oh,
and
now I get it.
I was like 9 also.
Now I get it.
Yep. So I just thought it'd be cute.
It's cute.
My old, so I got a new tail tank going on, and I got that front doodad that goes underneath there from some guy that makes them in his garage probably. And like like all the sprint car stuff is like, oh yeah, this guy makes it in his garage. Like it's pretty much like all of it. Like
Yeah.
all of this,
A lot of dirt oval stuff's kind of that way.
like pretty much everything you need, like the really cool stuff, like that's where it's made. It's like some guy's garage. Like
Which is, if it works, I mean, who cares?
Oh no, I'm not gonna. I just think it's like funny. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, old Stinky Joe makes that. You know,
Yeah.
like you know.
Yep.
Oh, go talk to Flip Flop. The old Flip Flops will get you. You know, like you know, that's just the way it is. So it's always just some guy making them.
Are you gonna run? You running mod this weekend then?
Oh yeah, no, always modified. Always 410, baby. I'm gonna go get some more stickers.
Okay. Yeah, my laptop is weird. You know what's crazy is I ran almost the entire crashing event on wireless this weekend before I hardlined my computer together. I figured for the maintenance I better do that in case, because if you lose internet connectivity, then I lose a loop, which that would have been really bad for a big race. That's weird. I don't know why it does that. Oh well. You watched the DNC, right? Some of it?
Well, and if anybody wants to know why I was late, I've been working a second job here lately, so building engines.
Building engines.
Yep. Gotta pick up the slack after we weren't going weekly with the podcast, you know. No, I like doing it. So it's kind of like you can get paid for this, you know.
One day.
Yeah.
Your engines. That's gonna be that'll be cool to see those used, right, on the track and know that you built that.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I built
People
that.
will be like, "What the hell, Will? Like things not working good." And I'll be like, I don't know. That'll be my luck. Like everybody just complains.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, but yeah, my friend Mikey has his kind of his own side gig, building go-kart and micro sprint engines, and I was like, well, I don't know. Might be looking for a part-time job here to get caught up on some debt. He was like, I'll pay you to come over and fucking do motors. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, when's my first day? When's my interview? You know, like we work. I see Mikey every day. I've known him like my whole life. I'm like, when's my interview? Like I just thought it'd be funny. Like he brings me over to his house and he's got like a mustache and his like he's like wearing a mustache like he's HR. And I was like, who do I talk to after I've been sexually harassed? Like, it's fun. I like it. But I mean, heck, he's just been like he's got other stuff he's got to do, like things he's got to go get for the stuff we're doing over there. He just like leaves me in a shop by myself. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I got to work harder to have something to show for him being like, well, he's gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I actually did something. A lot of trust, you know.
I've been working at debt, trying to get down my debt from traveling last year too, and it's just it's hard to just not buy stuff.
Yeah, like the new Zelda's coming out, Breath of the Wild 2, or what is it, Tears of the Kingdom? That's coming out. That's a $70 Nintendo game. You know, it's ridiculous.
I'm
gonna buy it.
They just announced the little mini T. That's $179, but I want one.
What, the Micro T?
The new mini T, the Jerix T mini T.
Oh, okay.
I want one of those. I won't even open it. I don't think I'll ever use it. It'll just sit there on my shelf.
Yeah.
Did you see that? We haven't had a podcast since I got that car. Did you see that AYK Radiant that I got?
Yeah, you sent me pictures of it. And I
Yeah.
was like, Radiant from Firelands?
No, the
No, the one that works.
yeah, it's a 4-wheel drive car. I need to get some. I think all the bits and pieces are there. I still haven't quite gotten a chance to look at it yet and try to put it together. But it's an old school '80s like chain driven car. It's pretty neat. It's kind of out of my wheelhouse a little bit, but I'm gonna see if I can get it together and make it look nice. So
Yeah.
I was pretty stoked about that. And then I got that Jerix S. Did you see that?
Yeah, you showed me pictures of that.
I was pretty happy about that one. That's pretty
I
neat.
wish I still had mine.
Yeah, yeah. I was scrolling through my pictures. I found a picture of Jamie in my old pictures with Emerson.
Yeah.
I was gonna send it to you because it's Emerson's in front of him and Jamie's behind him, and Jamie's like giving a thumbs up. I thought that was pretty funny.
Is it this one?
Nope, it's a different one.
Huh.
Nope, totally
Yeah,
different one.
I have this one with like all the pictures of his cars and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I gotta find it again. It's in something. I think it's deep in my Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
Did you get the new Metroid? Is there a new Metroid with the Switch?
There is. The new Metroid reminds me of like Doom. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm.
Though Doom is pretty badass.
Yeah.
I wish they had, and they might actually have it. I've never looked for it. I wish they just had the original Doom on the Switch. Which, I mean, you could run Doom on a calculator.
Yeah,
you know?
nowadays you could for sure.
Like, well, there's guys that do it, like the Texas Instruments, like what is it, the crazy calculator with like the screen that's like this big you had to have in high school.
Yeah.
There's guys that run Doom on that.
That'd be fun.
There's like a video of a guy running Doom on a what is it, like a cash register at McDonald's.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, because back then, I mean, 92, right?
I think so.
92, 91, somewhere around there. 93
Yeah.
maybe. One of the people that I went to high school with, I remember going over his house and he was fully into Doom, and he was one of the guys that would create his own like rooms and
Oh, really?
yeah, characters and all that stuff too. It's like an open source type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just vaguely remember that.
That's pretty cool.
Huh.
But yeah, I got that new body put together for my sprint car for this weekend. I got the battle in the barn that I'm doing on Saturday, and then I was going to race at the Plex on Sunday.
Where's the battle in the barn at?
That track in Aurora.
Oh, okay.
So the track that out there is in an old sheep barn. You wouldn't realize it. Like it's kind of like Smack Track, right? Like it's not a lot, but they make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like the best way to describe that track. It's really smooth and the pitting's decent, and it's nothing like the Plex, but it's all right. It's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like honestly, more tracks means more people, right? So that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like us. I mean, we make the most of what we got, I think.
Oh, we have a great facility,
For Oval though. I mean, we make the most of what we got.
Yeah. No, we have a great facility for everything, I think. But so yeah, I got my car. So I just put together this Team Velocity car. Because I was running the sprint car that Jason and I ran at the older like original B6 C4 converted car.
Yeah.
That car worked great. Like it was actually really good. But this I was worried about racing it and having like something break. It was like, where do I get another one? Like literally, I don't even think the CAD files to make parts for that car even exist anymore.
Sure.
So I got this one, and I don't think I've showed this to you yet since I've put it together, but I mean, it just has some really cool features on it. I got the offset car going, and it's just it's a really nice little race car. Servos on that side, and the thing that I thought was cool, because like on my old car I had to tape my battery in, but on this one, like, you can just unscrew these 4 screws right here with the body on and slide the battery around if you want. Like, it was pretty neat. With the weight, like, I have a battery weight underneath the battery, just like the brass reedy ones, and yeah, the weight will slide with it too. So, but yep, I raced it last weekend, and I was in second, and I think that I would have won, but I forgot to charge my battery because I was helping run the races, and forgot to charge my battery, so my car died, like, while I was like racing with the guy for first.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Pulled an Alex or whatever.
Yeah, you did. That's
Car
something
shut
I
off.
do. That's something
Yeah.
I had a streak going for a little while.
Yeah. So
forgetting how to do that.
So I called the guy this week, and I was like, I'd really like to help you out and run the races and stuff, but I really just kind of want to race. Like, that's why I'm there. It's the whole reason why I came out is just to race. So I think I'm just gonna race. And he appreciated me calling him and not just telling him like Saturday morning, like,
Sure.
when I show up. So
sounds like the Field of Dreams race is going to be moved to the fall.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I heard. And that was the other reason I kind of wanted to get a newer car too, is like for that race. And
Yeah. So now I get to race the TCS race.
oh, there you go. What class are you gonna run?
GT2.
F1?
GT2. With that, the TT07 RR that I did the build video on a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Just gonna run that car again. That car is awesome. So
Is that the one with the exoskeleton, or is that the TC6? Or the TC6 or whatever?
yes, that's the old one. The TA07's more of a traditional looking,
Yeah.
for the most part.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
It has,
think
like,
so.
The skeleton thing.
Yeah. Yep. No, this one's got a chassis, and it's not a T08 where it's got a massive amount of bend, focusing everything to the center of the chassis, but it does have a little bit of that. I don't know. I'm gonna race because I want to qualify for the nationals, and because basically you just have to race in order to any TCS race in order to make it to be able to be allowed to race in the nationals. So
What like for their big bad like carbon fiber touring car, what number car are they on now?
420. I think it's the 420X. I think
Nice.
Tim has one. I think.
Yeah.
Chapluski has one too. I think too.
Is all the anodizing on that car green?
No. It would be funny if they came out with the green version, though. That would be hilarious.
Like the green edition?
Like they should just know. Be like, we should come out with a green anodized edition of this car.
Dude, they'd sell touring cars to people that wouldn't even build them.
Mm-hmm.
They did that. Like,
speaking of that, you'll be happy to know that I finally did watch Clerks the whole way through.
oh, really? What'd you think?
It's funny because I knew a lot of the pop culture references from that movie, but I had never actually seen that movie from start to finish. And now that I have, I mean, obviously, the movie's funny. I like it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, but you can see why it's like working at Hobbytown.
Oh, I mean, in a lot of ways, there's the demonization of the staff right out of the gate.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah, of course, that happens all the time. We're the bad guys.
Yeah,
we're terrible. It's like
how much is this? It's like it's like when's practice?
Yeah.
What time's practice start?
Yeah.
It's like the gal's like, how much is this? And she's like standing in front of the giant sign that says 99 cents. Anyway.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it was good. So now I'll pick up with the rest of it. I'll get caught up. It's weird because Paramount, it was on Paramount Plus, but you had to have the premium version which I thought I had, but I guess not. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. It was on the regular Paramount Plus, so I got a chance to watch it. So there you go.
Nice. Huh. Yeah, it's like my favorite line from that movie is probably probably this place would be a lot better place, or this place would be pretty great to work if it wasn't for all the customers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, that's what the VHS guy says, right?
Yeah, Randall.
Yeah. I don't know the names.
Randall and Dante.
I did think it was pretty funny though, the ending.
Caitlin Bree. Yeah, the ending. They go to that funeral of that lady they went to high school with, and they knock over the casket and run out.
That was great.
High quality.
High quality. All right,
Richard's probably loving this.
Yeah.
Too. Right, Richard?
Wait, hold on.
There's a even grimmer alternate ending that you need to see.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen it.
Really?
What happened? What happened?
Oh, just I tell you what, just
is
YouTube,
it on YouTube?
I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube.
Oh.
Just Google Clerks alternate ending.
Clerks alternate ending. Okay.
Really?
We'll do it after the show.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah,
Wow.
we'll do it after the show.
Because my copy of Clerks is probably 20 years old.
Mm.
You know, they didn't have all that stuff back
See,
then.
my Kevin Smith movie that I actually got introduced was Mallrats.
Oh yeah.
That was my first Kevin Smith movie that I actually went out and purchased.
I thought you were gonna say Red State.
No, it was Mallrats.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mallrats
Whatever that
is an
means.
excellent
This is
movie.
great. I thought that was a super funny movie.
Dante's in Mallrats.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will, what did you? So I covered some stuff. I wanted to go over there was quite a few Hobbyplexers that come for the Techno series and more that finished pretty high up at the DNC. In fact, a couple guys won. Ryan Dietrich won 50 plus.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there shouting at the TV. But I mean, what did you think of the race itself? I don't even think there's no controversy, in my opinion, in what they did to get the race in.
No, dude, it's awesome that they had that option. So, I mean, if you don't know what happened, the race would have rained out had they not moved the track to another.
Yeah, it rained for 5 days straight.
Yeah, they wouldn't have gotten
in California, which the DNC is kind of known for having rain,
mm-hmm.
but usually just one day.
Yeah,
not the whole thing.
Right. So it's okay, they know what they. I mean, that was their only option. A lot of places don't even have that option.
Right.
That's awesome, and I bet a lot of guys from around here when they said they're going to go indoor, they're just yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, my original thought was, okay, well then the guys that I know that are there from the Plex, even though it's a completely different surface, they might even feel a little bit comfortable because it was cold,
mm-hmm.
and track size wise, it looked very similar. They used the space quite a bit differently. It wasn't near as tight as what we make ours, but space-wise, it did look very similar.
Right. No, that's what I thought too. I was like, dude, that's whatever. It's what we've been training for, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Except for probably the grip, but
yeah,
there's not a lot you can do about that. Though I bet the guys that were there for Silver State, which everybody was there for Silver State, but the guys that brought tires and everything for Silver State were probably pretty happy that they were able to run on something that was similar to what they had or outside.
Yeah,
because I mean, it looked similar.
The surface ended up being very similar to what Silver State usually ends up being too, just potholed everywhere and kind of blown out. Not
Silver State. I meant Nitro Challenge, but
oh, what? Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, the tires would have been the same because it's the same dirt.
Right.
And it's open, so it's not gonna. If they watered it, it's not necessarily gonna do that hard pack solidify thing,
Yeah. Right.
I was impressed. I was impressed they built that thing in a day.
Yeah.
Less than a day.
Yeah. Dude, they must have been like 24 hours straight. Or
I bet you
something.
they didn't sleep
Yeah.
for that Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sure they didn't sleep at all.
Yeah. Right.
Because they had to build a track, they had to put all that pipe down, then they had to build a little place for the race announcers to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is not beyond just the track, that when you
Yeah.
put an event on like that you have to worry about, the loop and the wiring and the sound.
There's a ton of infrastructure that goes into that.
I'm still working on our sound at the Plex. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on some stuff to try to get it better in there.
Yeah.
So
Like I feel like those guys are real lucky. Like I feel like any outdoor race anywhere in this country is not a guaranteed race, and that's like the closest thing they could have gotten to even getting to race. So. Yeah.
Don't they have to take that all out too?
I don't know. I would
Because
think so.
Wasn't that I thought they said there was an on-road track there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's still more work after the fact if they have to do that.
I gotta go let one of the dogs downstairs. So
Okay.
talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
I've been talking amongst myself and I'm very uncomfortable. Not really. I can talk about myself all day long. I haven't done a whole lot of that this thing. It's fun being back. Kind of in here. It's been weird. Richard, has it been weird without us here every week?
Yeah, it throws off my week.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Well, that being said, if you're interested in sponsoring the show,
Yeah, we need a sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's the more sponsors, the more we could probably do the show every month.
Yeah.
So, which dog did you let downstairs?
Dasha, the old white one.
The old white one. Was that the one that was that slept with me on that bed that one night?
Yeah, it is the same one.
Nice dog.
Yeah, she goes. But what she does, because our bedroom is on the second floor of our house, and she'll go up the stairs and get on the bed and start howling on top of the bed, and she can't get down.
Oh.
And so it's like I have to go get her so she doesn't do that. So. Yeah.
Did you see? So, the Truggy Mane I thought was the Nitro Truggy Mane that I saw. I got to see a few races live as they happen. I've been trying to go back and get caught up on the rest of them, but the Nitro Truggy Mane I did catch a majority of it. Tessman, I feel like he maybe needed that.
Yeah.
I think there's quite a few pro drivers right now that haven't won in a while. That just they're looking for that spark to get him going again. And I think Ty is one of them.
Oh, I would agree. It's like Dakota and Mayfield have been getting like every single 8-skill race. Like it's just between the two of them.
So that was pretty cool. You could definitely, I mean, the interview with Scotty afterwards, you can definitely tell that Ty was very happy.
Yeah.
To get that one in. Almost like it was unexpected. But which sounds weird because Ty's one of the ones where you expect them to win.
Right.
And Mason still hung in there for a little while, but he broke out. That was a real bummer. Mason's so close to winning one of these big ones that I feel like it's going to come.
Yeah.
The Nitro Buggy Mane though, it was interesting to me how the typical cream rose to the top.
Yeah. Right. You wouldn't have thought that was that was an unplanned surface to race on,
Yeah. I mean, again, it was Dakota, Mayfield, Tessman, Ogden, Tebow. Not in that order, but I mean that they were all battling for maybe first at some point, but at least second throughout the course of that race, and everybody else sort of dropped off. And dude, Jared was on a tear. I talked about this the opening show when you weren't here, but he jumped up real quick to 4th, and probably should have been 3rd before the first pit stop.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he was coming fast, and he was laying down some heaters too.
Dude, I thought he could have. I mean, he could have won that.
He was battling with Mayfield before the second to last pit stop, and Ryan ended up winning.
Yeah.
So he could have been, if it was just there was a rut that got him when he was battling Mayfield, and that set him back. And then there was him and Ty Tessman got together over the triple early, as he was really marching through the field, and that's where I think he should have had 3rd, but that crash really set him back there too, and he was still in it towards the end of the race. So, I mean, we're not necessarily Jared fanboys, but I mean, he does come up to the Plex a lot, so it's cool to see him do well. And
I'm a fan of Jared. I consider Jared a friend.
Yeah, me too. I'm not saying that I'm not. Yeah. What I meant to say was, we're not just like,
yeah,
we're all not all about one pro driver being on his jock or anything like that. But we interact with Jared so much that as I think as a whole, everybody at the Plex for the most part really enjoys it when he does well.
Oh yeah, like I'm rooting for Jared. I like seeing him do well, because he really appreciates his fans. Like that's one thing that I think that some of the pro drivers don't have. There's this guy in Virginia that was like a fan of mine, and he like asked me how much it would cost for me to ship him like a body for me to sign it and ship it back. And I was like, well, what's your address? I sent him like my tires from that race and one of my gas truck bodies, and signed it all with the letter. It's just like I appreciate fans, like it's great. And I think a lot of the pro drivers don't do that. And Jared's one of those guys, like he'll sign a trophy and give it to someone.
Yeah.
He takes care of the people that support him. That's what I like about it.
I also like the story. I like the new car, and he was the only one of the 3 to make the A.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to bump to do it, and then from the bump, almost got a podium. And like you said, he was battling with Mayfield, and Mayfield ended up winning. If he would just a couple things would have went his way a little bit more, he would have been there.
Yeah, give him another like 4 races on that platform.
I think so. I think they figured something out right there at the end, and it definitely showed. So
yeah,
that was one storyline that I saw. The other storyline that I thought was interesting, I think everybody finished.
Yeah, well,
right?
No, yeah, I was thinking of the B main because Brandon Rose broke out of the B main.
Right.
But I think everybody finished too. That's kind of rare.
There was a flame out or two, but I think everybody actually finished that thing too. And with as hard as that track was, that was pretty incredible to see that. That doesn't happen a lot.
Especially as cold as it was.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Brutal and
I wonder how many of those guys were boiling rims or wheels or whatever we call them.
Dude, I'd have been boiling plastic, like all kinds. Like I would have been softening everything up.
Yeah.
For that one. Did you see Jared's post about like this, like his last DNC? Like the last hurrah final DNC. Like maybe it's just the race, like that weekend.
Oh.
Like before the main. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and I know it's not a Miyako car, but he did grind out a 5th place finish in Nitro Truck too.
What truck did he run?
I believe it's his Techno.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Miyako doesn't make a Truggy, so.
Yeah.
And the same thing, Cavalieri is running Associated Truggy because the WRC doesn't make one.
No, really.
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of fun. Like getting to run whatever you want for another class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally. Kind of like Mayfield. I mean, he can run whatever 10 scale he wants.
Right.
You know. So yeah, so that one's in the books. That's kind of interesting. Now it's crazy because the next big thing will be the Desert Classic 10 scale.
Yeah.
And with the Worlds being at SRS, holy crap, what am I doing? With the Worlds being at Hobby Action, there could be more, I don't want to say emphasis, but just a lot more eyes on the finish of this one this time.
Yeah.
You think?
It'll be interesting to see who all shows up for that one. Like, I kind of wondered if there'd be an international presence for that.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have a warm-up race. Because if they have a warm-up race...
I know there's a date announced, but honestly, like, if there's a Worlds there and they're having a race, like a big race, and a warm-up, there's guys going to be running both.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, sky's the limit.
Yeah. I'm still planning on going to that.
Yeah.
I got to look at flights and stuff for that weekend, or for that week, I guess, but I'm still planning on going.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'd like to go and just hang out, but I got oval races to do. And, I don't know. I mean, if stuff starts getting more serious at the engine building, like,
yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. What classes are you going to run at the ProTech race? Do you know yet?
Probably just two-wheel.
Just two-wheel?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What should I?
Emerson and I are getting pretty hyped up for 13.5 four-wheel drive. And then obviously I'm going to run old man two-wheel.
Yeah. I don't know. I just enjoy running two-wheel.
I know. Me too.
Yeah. Like, that's just...
Me too.
That's what I'm good at. It's what I like to run. Just run that and make the most of it.
It's going to be fun to run with my son, though, again. We haven't ran in the same class since two-wheel mod, like 2019.
Yeah.
Because he kind of got out of RC for a little while. Like, he just wasn't interested, so I stopped like, getting his stuff ready.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's interested again and he's doing really well, I don't know, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Unless he smokes me, then it won't be fun.
No, that quits being fun really quick.
Could, though. He could smoke me, though. He's been pretty fast lately.
Remember that time that he thought he had you covered for was it the mini B race? And you got him like on the last lap.
Dude, we watch that every once in a while. Like I'll bring it up on YouTube and watch it again. And he'll come into the living room. What are you watching? Oh, the mini B race. He's like, oh, God.
He like runs off and slams the door to his bedroom. He's like, I hate living here.
I think I scared his girlfriend away.
Nice.
So I got to do better next time.
My dad did that one time. What'd you do?
I made a pee joke.
A pee joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's a story. I'll tell the story. I was telling the story earlier to to Gretchen, or Jesus, to Margie and Richard, but so they were there on a Sunday morning, and Sunday mornings I don't have to be to work till noon, so I usually sleep in, and then the first thing I do is I use the bathroom when I get up, after a long night, and usually it's pretty long stream. Okay. Like
Austin Powers style pee.
Yeah, exactly.
Evacuation come.
So here's the deal. So my bedroom is bathroom is here, and his bedroom is right here, right next to it. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, he decided to take his my futon, which there's a story behind that, but we can't talk about that. My futon, he put it against that wall. So he's sitting there watching TV with their backs right to the bathroom. So I can hear through the wall that they're giggling and laughing about stuff and watching something on TV. And I start to pee, and I'm thinking to myself, oh crap, if I like pee directly into the toilet water, it's going to be really loud and it's going to last for like a minute because I just woke up. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that. So I'm aiming to the side, nice and quiet, as quiet as I can possibly be. Then I decided that, hey, that was really funny. So then I got dressed and I went out and I opened their door and I had said, hey, guess what just happened? I was going to go pee. And then I realized that you two were right there. And I'm like, I better not do that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I don't think Emerson thought it was funny. And I don't think she thought it was funny. I think she thought it was kind of weird. So.
Did you knock on the door first?
Well, yeah, I did. Even though he wasn't supposed to have his door closed.
Oh.
That was a rule. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emerson, if I screwed anything up.
Why would that be embarrassing? Like, why would you scared her off because of that?
I don't know, because I am a very Emerson doesn't like it when I drop him off at school because I play music loud in my car. It's almost like he was embarrassed from me. And still is with like his friends and stuff. He tries to like when it gets nice out, I like to work in the garage and I like to have my music cranked up.
Yeah.
And I don't think my music's that bad. It's freaking My Morning Jacket and Pearl Jam. Like it's not even anything bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I have that playing pretty loud, and a lot of times he'll come home and he'll run in there and he'll turn down my music and be like, "Why is it so loud? My friends could be driving by." And I'm like, "Well, why does it matter?" But it's little stuff like that. Like I think I don't know if he's insecure about.
You're like White Snake music video and
right
on your car,
yeah,
like no shirt on, like
yeah.
watching your car,
taking a picture of water and just being like, "Oh,
yeah." You're wearing like shorts,
spandex,
with the pockets hang out the bottom of the shorts.
Oh yeah.
Roller skating around your car while you're washing it. You're like washing your car and roller skating
in a yellow thong. Got a yellow thong on.
Yeah.
It's kind of coming through those shorts. That's a visual. That's a great visual.
Yeah. Then it'd be like, all right, come on, Dad. Like, geez, my friends could be coming by. I appreciate your free expression and all of it. Jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the crash-in real fast? I know you weren't there, but
yeah, let's crash it up.
We haven't talked about results in a month, and I don't want to fill in a whole show. We could talk a whole show about local results, but we did have a big race, our final carpet race of the year. Thank God that's over with. Here's the thing. I like carpet for short periods of time, but this year's just seemed really long.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's so much work. Like the dirt track is a lot of work in short periods of time. So like in a couple weeks here when I change the track, it's going to be a good 70-hour work week, right?
Yeah.
But that's for a week. This is putting up and tearing down a track every single week. It's just like, it starts to just wear on you.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad it's over. Next year, we're not going to have near as many races. So I'm just going to throw this out there right now. This year and last year, we did like 7 out of 10 for the syndicate. I think next year it's going to be 5 out of 7. And I already have the dates picked out and everything like that. But there's going to be some open Saturdays for open track so that people that want to use the track on the weekend, like the dirt track on the weekends, can come use the dirt track on the weekends.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. One of those open dates will be the winter race at Fastlane. So maybe I can go.
That'd be cool.
It'd
be cool if like on like somehow like on a day like that, I don't know, we'd almost have to try to organize it with the guys that would come, but to have like an open track day that the track could be split where the oval could be used separately.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that sucks about racing oval is like you get no track time. Like there at no point can you ever just go practice.
Well, you can, but the track won't be the same.
We've
had guys come practice. It's just that I usually try to work the track in a couple days before a Sunday.
No, I
So-
get that, but like it's not like separated,
No, I know.
you know.
Yeah,
So
I
like
know.
you got like some guy with the Monster Jam truck.
Well, I guarantee you, even if it was separated, some guy with a Monster Jam truck would be like, "Hur, hur, 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 hur," and like jump onto the thing while you're rolling around doing 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it'd be
just
less
saying.
likely. It'd be less likely to do it. Well, so we've done that before, where like when you come onto the track in the back, the off-road guys turn and they use the same lane as the oval.
Yeah.
So that's worked before, to have guys kind of practicing together, and then we've had oval guys, talk to whoever's there and be like, hey, can we get 5 minutes to ourselves here, and it seems to have worked out okay.
Has it? Okay.
So I mean, you can do that right now with the track the way it is, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of that, I just realized that this coming up Sunday is the last carpet race of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been this excited to change the dirt track in a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's like shackles being taken off of me. So the last Techno Series race is going to be a little different than what I had planned, because I don't have to worry about the oval.
Right. The last oval race of the year.
Yeah, the last oval race of the year is this Sunday.
You said carpet.
Oh, did I say carpet? I'm sorry. Well,
just for everybody at home. I
Yeah.
knew what you meant.
Well, I mean, it also was the last carpet race of the year, but whatever.
Yeah.
But so I'm really excited to actually be able to change this track for the finals. This is gonna be really good.
You're right. No, I'm looking forward to getting back to the off road. Like I like it all. Guys are asking me like, oh, so you just racing oval now? It's like, no, like I want to experience all the genres of RC racing, right? Like I did touring car. I've been there, done that. I raced 18 scale, been there, done that. I've done off road, and I'm gonna continue to do off road. Off road is like what I like. I like to do it all, but like 10 scale off road is what I'm always going to be doing, no matter what. At some point, like during that's what I come back to.
Look, dude, same here. I do crawling.
Yeah.
I'll do carpet on road every once in a while. Carpet off road, dirt off road. I've dabbled in dirt oval. Not my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but I've dabbled in it. Drag racing. I got a drag car. When I can do that, I love doing that. Even just running my Arma, not the Felony, the other one, the smaller one. I forgot the name already. But even just running that up and down the street super fast, and getting the giggles going for a little while. I mean, I love doing that stuff too. RC is dominated my life.
Right. But like what I was getting at is like when I do something, I like to do it all the way, as far as I can. And the reason is that I don't like half-assing stuff. So I don't want to race. I want to race 8 scale, 10 scale, oval, and gas truck and on road. I don't like doing that, or carpet. Like I want to do oval. I want to do off road. I want to do the best I can at those two things. And I feel like when I'm just racing 8 scale, like I get like, okay, now I'm ready for something else.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
Like I do this because I love doing it. And the way I keep it fresh is just kind of circle back around and do all the things.
Yep.
That's my thing. Like I've been getting some messages like, oh, you just oval now? It's like, no, like I just do it all.
Plus we all just need breaks every once in a while. I was over with carpet a month ago.
Yeah.
And I force myself to race every week, and I'm kind of shows.
Yeah. Right.
Just wasn't into it.
Yeah. Like I'm building this oval car. Hey, this oval car's got titanium screws, titanium ball studs. It's all polished up, like 4 or 5 sets of shocks for it. Different motors. Like I'm going all the way with it. I'm all in. And I enjoy oval because like oval racing is like, with like my whole history in racing, anything, it's where my heart's at. I like, and this is like the scaleless thing we race. It looks like something. This looks like you see this? Some guy seen a sprint car before, like, oh my god, those are little sprint cars. Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, they see off-road cars, like, oh, moon buggies, huh? Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Enough about me.
All right. So real quick, I just want to run through these. Plex Spec A main. We had 8 of them, and it was pretty fun. Jamie Peevler took the win, and Jamie does this a lot. He doesn't qualify the highest, but finished first. Max Camp finished second, and Ryan Nemec finished third. He got the TQ. Alex Johnson was fourth. Mason Pritz was fifth. Steve Eichler was sixth. Mitch Halty was seventh, and Quinn Martin was eighth. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lead changes in Plex Spec, which is why I love Plex Spec. By the way, the live stream of the crash in, I divided up into qualifying and mains, so you can go back and rewatch all the mains if you want to. That was I wanted to get that going again. It's been a while since we've had like a working live stream anything for our races in a while, and I have dedicated computer now to live streaming. So we'll be live streaming all of our races when I'm there. When I'm not there, I can't make any guarantees, but we'll try to live stream all of our races from now on. And I thought about setting up a separate YouTube channel for it, but why? We got 4,200 subscribers, you know.
Yeah.
You can pick what you want to run or want to watch, I guess. And then Expert Buggy. So, boy, my son has really stepped it up this year, and I'm really proud of him. And like I said, he's been working on his own stuff. So he's been changing his car back and forth. He went to that dirt race in Kansas City, changed his car back to dirt, then came back, had to change it all back to carpet, and ended up taking the Syndicate. And now he's got the crash in. So Emerson got a TQ and a win in expert stock. John Berding finished second. Andrew Thomas finished third from the 7th spot to the 3 spot. That's not the only time we're going to see him up here. Jacob Schweisberger was 4th. Chad Ruben King, Connor Herrick, Daniel Bender, and then Russ Johnson was 8th. Russ had a really fast car. He just had really crappy luck. But actually, I believe he was TQ after the second round, and then Emerson plunked down a 22-lap run on the finals. Also, what I love about that is, like, one thing that I can say about myself and my son is that we both definitely don't cheat. Like, he's got a just stock in his car for a speed controller. So there's no chance of any sort of shenanigans going on with either of our stuff, my 13.5 4-wheel drive car or any of his spec stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that he's just making it work. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. I hope it continues. I hope he has a lot of success this year. It started last year too, you know, in that truck race in Virginia.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's pretty much when the light switch turned on.
Honestly, dude, I did not expect that from him at that race.
Mm-hmm.
I expected you.
I didn't either.
I expected you to do well, and I expected Emerson and Tommy to kind of be the same.
Yeah,
and it all started there, so it's really fun to watch, and I don't know, it's just kind of cool, kind of a cool thing as a dad. Especially since he's doing most of it himself. He doesn't need me for a lot of stuff. He's working on his own stuff.
I was proud of him that weekend.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, he made me earn it. Like,
no doubt.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's right there with me.
Yep, no doubt.
Right there with me.
Yeah, boy, his buggy looked really good on carpet, too. So, anyways, all right, enough about my son. My awesome son. Speaking of sons, Caden Berding, Mod Buggy got the win. Drew Ruben King was second. Jacob Schweisberger was third. Riley Filbert was fourth. Mitchell was fifth. There was only 5 of them. I didn't run regular mod because I didn't feel like it. I knew I was going to get my butt handed to me anyways because, like I said, I've been kind of over carpet for a good month now. Mm-hmm. But Caden Berding, though, has been very fast this entire year. He probably should have won the Syndicate, but but I was able to put together some good runs kind of in the middle, in the basically the month of November. I had some really good finishes, so if it wasn't for that, Caden would have won the syndicate too. There were a couple months there, or a couple weeks there, where it was just me and him running mod 2-wheel. So that, I'm going to get good points no matter what there at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, move on here. Stadium truck. This was another good one. Drew ran truck. Ruben King. Emerson ran his truck. And the main kind of came down to these two, and you should go watch it.
Yeah.
So it's towards the end of the live stream. So it's maybe it's like at the 2-hour mark, somewhere around there. It's right after mod 2-wheel. Emerson and Drew went back and forth a few times in this race, and it was all clean, like epically clean. And it was really fun to watch. And I told Emerson, I'm like, dude, Drew's really fast. So the fact that you were giving him a run for his money for all 6 minutes, like, you should be very proud of that, especially in truck, because Drew is a previous Summer Series winner, I believe, in truck. I think the year before you won it, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that was really cool to watch. They both were identical fast laps, 14.3s, which I know you don't. It doesn't matter, but the crappy,
because Drew's made, so like people don't know who Drew is. It's like Drew's made mains at INS races in mod 2. Like, yeah. Drew's really good.
Drew is really, really good, and Drew was really fast at the last Techno race.
Yeah.
So
I like Drew because he drives you the same way that you drive him, and if he ever like takes you out, he always waits.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Drew's a really good, respectable driver. Like, I really like racing with Drew.
Yeah. The laps don't show. Drew got the extra lap, so it's 25 at 6:14.7, and Emerson had a 24.6 flat .1. So it doesn't quite show how close they were at the finish, but they were really close to the finish. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas with another third place. And what I liked about truck this time around, at this race, we had 2 full heats of truck, and Emerson sort of facilitated that. Not to talk up my son again, but like before the triple scoop, he's like, "Hey, let's get our trucks going," and then everybody started bringing out their trucks again. So it was cool to see 2 full heats at this thing.
Right.
Connor Herrick came up from Marcy Pit Stop down there in Newton, where I was just at to run that race, their trophy race last week. With a 4th. Dalton Conrad was 5th, Steve Wall, Austin Fuchs, and then Jake Poteet. Jake broke out, but still, it was a pretty good A-main. 40 plus, David Peevler for 2nd year in a row now, I believe. 40 plus win at the Carpet Crash In, because he won last year because of all the crap that went down towards the end of that race. So he's a 2-timer so far. John was right there with him. I didn't see any of it because I was about 6 to 7 seconds back for a majority of this race. And I ended up being, about that. It was about 7 or so seconds behind these guys, dude. So I qualified 4th, and I was coming around to cross the stripe on the opening lap, and the guy behind me, it was his first time here, just ran into me and flipped me over. And it took 7 seconds to get my car going again. So that was it. That was the 7 seconds. So pretty much from that point down, I was at a deficit, and these two were going so fast all day anyways that it would have been impossible for me to catch them anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I did get 3rd. I did squeeze out a 3rd. Josh McMillan was 4th, Terry Fowler was 5th, and Tim Koob was 6th. So that was fun 40 plus race. Like I said, I personally, my heart kind of wasn't really in it anyway, so I'm glad I was able to run 40 plus and kind of not be in anybody's way. because in
Right.
regular mod, I just would have been in everybody's way. I didn't want to buy tires, so I was on old tires. I was just slathering sauce on them, just trying to get him to last. I just wanted him to last.
Yeah.
13.5 four-wheel drive had Caden Berding taking another one. Jacob Sweisberger qualified second, finished second. David Peevler got up to the 3 spot. Chad Rubin King was 4th. John Berding was 5th. Russ Johnson was 6th. Andrew Thomas was 7th, and Connor Hausch, was 8th. Caden's been dominating 13.5 on carpet this year, so we'll dude, the spec classes this year, the expert spec classes especially, are going to be lit at the summer series.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, it's going to be nuts.
They usually are, but we got so many heavy hitters for that one.
All of a sudden, too. Like all the boys are going to, I think a couple of them are going to end up moving up, and they're going to be fast. So it's nice to see the Omaha, like, locals
dojo
finally have kind of have that mojo that the Des Moines locals had for a long time, with Tom and Alex and Mason and Caden coming up, and Drew. Actually, you can throw Drew in that too.
Yeah.
I feel like we have that sort of setup here all of a sudden. So
I do too.
I think it's going to be a pretty crazy year for the summer series. Minis. So we had a legit mini mod class this time, and Caden also won that one. Connor Herrick got second. Dalton Conrad sort of hovered around that mid pack and ended up finishing third. Andrew Thomas was 4th. I think he lost his weight during warm up, so his car drove totally different than because you know how we're all sticking weights on the bottom of the chassis.
Oh yeah.
I think he lost his at the start, and so his car wasn't driving very good.
Yeah, that changes a lot. You're
yes,
pretty much adding the entire weight of the vehicle to the bottom of it.
Kind of, yeah. Then you had Roger A. Nemec, Nick Nuthouse, Ryan Nemec, and then Braden Koob. Braden also had a fast car, too. Just the stupid minis, man. They can break so easily when you least expect it. And then finally, independent buggy. We had a big turnout. There was 16 to 17 cars, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Expert stock actually had more this time around, though. I think there was 20 expert stocks. But Russ Johnson took the win. He was really fast all weekend long, Friday and Saturday. And all 3 of his classes, actually. It's just this one he was able to seal the deal. Connor Hausch was 2nd. Josh McMullen was 3rd. Braden Koob was 4th. Jim Carmesino bumped up and was in 3rd, I believe, for a majority of this race. Ended up finishing 5th. Janet Peevler was 6th. Ronnie Went got the bump up, finished 7th, and Jake Poteet was 8th. Overall, pretty good. I think there was 90 something entries. Hang on. I did take a couple out, but 96. So we almost had 100. I think last year we almost had 100. We had over 100 last year too, but that's fine. I was telling people, I was like, I hope nobody shows up so I can just put the track away.
Yeah. You know, like, I could appreciate that. You know, what the heck, man?
But nope, 96, which is fine. Love you guys. It keeps my job security, so I'm happy. So whatever. But yeah. So there you go. That's the end of carpet season. On to dirt. I got to build my low car Wednesday.
I kind of like this ebb and flow that I have with off-road during the summer and oval during the winter, you know?
Well, I mean, before the indoor track was built, my ebb and flow was 8 scale in the summer, and then 10 scale, I'd travel to Des Moines, Fastlane. Even Chile was still open up until 2008, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was my ebb and flow. Was summertime was on the big, dirt track at the Plex, and then in the wintertime, I didn't really want to race on road, so I just got Saturdays off and was able to go race.
Mm-hmm.
That's long gone.
Right.
But I mean, I do feel the need to change it up every once in a while.
Hmm.
You know, I was gonna race F1, just kind of the timing just never really worked out.
Yeah.
So, plus, you know, I work most Sundays, and the only Sundays I don't work are the ones after like a big series race, like the Techno Series. And I've tried to race on road before while I'm working, but
Yeah.
but the Sundays that we've been having lately, as busy as we are, I mean, we are like nonstop busy until at least 4:30. Doors open at
Really?
noon. We are crazy busy for at least until 2 for sure. And then lately, the last month or so, I mean, we have been just bonanza busy until about 4 o'clock. When you finally take a breather, go buy a Coke, you know, eat some chips for a second, and then that last rush comes in, you know, and then you finally get the guys to go do the trash and vacuum or whatever, and then get out of there. But Sundays have been nuts, so it would be really difficult for me to race and work. It just doesn't, my mind doesn't get right. I start to get all grumpy.
Right.
I don't want to get grumpy.
Nah. Yeah, I came up last Sunday. Aaron and I went to the furniture mart, and I came by and got a new body and cage and stuff for my sprint car,
Mm-hmm.
and the place is packed.
Oh, yeah, dude. Our Sundays have been doing better than our Saturdays. And we're open for 2 less hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it hard. I don't want to put myself in that position again where I'm see my heat coming up and then I got to miss it because there's only 4 people working.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much just have to like not care, and hopefully the races last long enough that you can actually run your main
Mm-hmm.
after the store closes, you know?
Yep. All right, let's run through comments real fast and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Daniel Bender was the first one on here to say hello.
Hey, Daniel.
Jason's been watching crawler videos all day. I'm trading one of my crawlers to Jason Haley for his Techno Truggy.
Ooh.
His mini Truggy. So I'm back in business, baby. Emerson and I are gonna have to arm wrestle for who actually gets to run that truck again, though.
Yeah.
So, John Haas, 1/10 dirt, exclamation points. I think he's kind of ready for that. Also says that the little bull ring track at the DNC ended up pretty crazy. I answered those earlier while you were gone. Did I ask Mod Matt Olson about broadcasting the ProTech race? I don't think so. It's extra cost, and we're going to be spending money on new pipe probably. So probably I won't even bother because it'd be cool, but I already got the live stream camera kind of working good. So it would be cool to have a moving camera. I get that. But for the ProTech race, I think we'll be fine. Covered that. Peter Renault said, "What? Just got home from Taco Bell. Didn't know there was a show." Yeah, I tried to post earlier. I kind of forgot, but I did post on our Facebook page that we were going to be on tonight. We were talking about shows. I was talking about new shows that are on. Andrew Barrett said he's been hooked on The Mayor of Kingstown. Isn't that the one with Jeremy Renner? Right?
I have no idea.
Hawkeye?
We've been watching. Oh, yeah? We've been watching, what is it? The Last of Us?
Oh, yeah. See, I don't have HBO, so I'm going to miss out on that one.
When you say Hawkeye, I automatically think MASH.
Oh, MASH? Alan Alda?
Yeah. Yeah.
On that same, Tyler Anderson says, "I'm kind of excited but not holding my breath to see Metal Gear Solid movie that the director of Kong Island is in the process of making." Yeah, that stuff always makes me nervous, man. Because, like, I just beat Metal Gear Solid on my PlayStation
The original one?
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love this game. I miss this game so much. And luckily I've got that. I bought one of those little, actually, no, my sister got it for me for Christmas 2 years ago. the little PlayStation that has like 30 games loaded on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I played Metal Gear Solid all the way through, and yeah, it makes me nervous because they've ruined movie games before, or game movies before, like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the Mario movie. Honestly, like in history,
Yeah,
the Mario movie.
yeah, I know. Sonic is good though.
The Sonic movies are bad.
The two Sonic Hedgehog movies are actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe we've turned a corner. So hopefully they don't like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed could have been so cool, and I kind of like it. It's like a guilty pleasure for me almost, like because I like the games, but at the same time I feel like they kind of botched that one too.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely botched it. Let me put it that way.
Well, like it's weird with like the Mario movie that they didn't get the guy that voices Mario from the video games to voice Mario in the movie. But at the same time, it's like the guy has like 3 or 4 different things that
Is he
says.
still alive?
Yeah, he is. He was like
Oh,
he was like really upset about it that
Really?
he didn't get cast for it.
no.
And they went with the guy from Jurassic Park or whatever.
Mm. Die Hard Hunter wants to know if there is a off-road or carpet track in Lincoln.
No.
No, there's not.
Is he from Lincoln?
I'm not sure, but no. There used to
What's
be.
his name? Die Hard Hunter?
Die Hard Hunter,
Does he hunt a lot?
probably.
One, all right, respond please. Do you hunt a lot? And 2, are you from Lincoln?
Yeah.
Because I live in Lincoln.
Yeah, he's a link. He
All
lives
of
in
this
Lincoln.
is in Lincoln.
Shh.
Oh yeah.
I worry about
People-
I worry about showing off my personal RC collections sometimes, just because.
Oh, I do too.
But I try, in all my videos, I try really hard not to show where I live.
I had a guy I tuned a scooter for like did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
Like a few weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he paid me like $150 to tune a scooter for him. And I had him ride my scooter and he was like, "Do you want to sell it?" I'm like, "Dude, everything's for sale. I probably want $2,000 or $2,500 for that thing."
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's done. Like it's all the way. Like that's what I'd have to have for it. He's like, "Does it have a title?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a title." Like it's titled and it goes that fast.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And he was like, "Man, I don't know. Let me get back from Jamaica and like see what I have going on." It's like, "Oh, okay." But it's like, man, I just had like somebody over at my house that could come over and break in and just steal it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Every time that we have somebody over to like work on our furnace or
Yeah.
Something like that, I'm always like, oh man, they're gonna be in my room. They're gonna see all my stuff.
When I was a kid, my mom had like people over to fix the furnace, and it was literally fixing the furnace. And I had money sitting on my dresser, like for a new speed control that I was gonna buy, and they took like $40 out of that pile.
Bastards.
Yeah, that happened to me one time.
So
So if you feel bad for this story, super chat and
yeah, super chat will $40.
yeah.
They do have OG Doom on Switch, says Peter Renault.
Oh, good to know. I've never looked.
The Smoking Rat says I played Tetris on a TI-85 back in the 90s. I think that was one of the calculators you were talking about.
Yeah, but somebody ran Doom on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
I can see it. It'd basically be like a Game Boy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Doom.
Steve RC says, "Hey Will, Alex is really enjoying his T6.2. Thanks for helping him go that direction instead of a 4-wheel drive." He was actually doing really good. Second qualifier at the crash in after the resort, he was on an A main time for about half the race. So he was
Really?
he was getting better.
Wow.
Getting really better. So, I think it'll click for Alex this summer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Haas confirms that there was a pavement on road underneath of the Dirt Nitro Challenge dirt track, the track, so they had to put it all back.
Confirmed.
South Park says, or Peter Renault says South Park was awesome this week. Did you see the privacy
Privacy tour.
privacy tour.
Wo-
Yeah,
Worldwide
worldwide
privacy tour.
privacy tour.
So that means something to me too, because there's a Beatles movie and an album called The Magical Mystery Tour,
Uh-huh.
and like the whole like the privacy tour and everything that would like wash up from the bottom of the screen. That was exactly like the Magical Mystery Tour movie,
Yeah,
the Beatles movie, and like they did that whole like it sounds like it, but it's not it
right.
like
Yeah, yeah.
thing, and that's what that was. But
Okay,
maybe.
that
Yeah.
didn't click for me, but
So I was
I'm
like,
not a
oh, I
Beatles
get
fan
it.
like you are.
Yeah, like me and 2 other people in the world
Yeah,
get this. You know?
that's pretty funny. So they're talking about suing them.
Yeah, I heard that on my way
Did you
home
know
today.
that? Did you know that South Park Studios is getting sued by I think it's Warner Brothers as well for
No.
breach of contract with the I read this the other day.
Was
that-
it the Lake Tardy Caca?
No, they have
character?
a deal. They have a exclusivity deal with HBO, but they also have a deal with Paramount.
Yeah.
And they said they skirted the rules of the deal by calling it movies and special events instead of the shows that they were supposed to deliver. But this all went down during the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
like in 2020 when everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know.
I thought that was weird too, but I doubt that.
Well, they
could
even
sue-
said it in the pandemic special, or not? Was it the pandemic special movie or the Tegrity one? Where the
streaming special or the streaming wars?
the streaming wars. Yeah. They even said it out loud during the streaming wars that they made a deal with these guys, but they also made a deal with these guys at the same time. So how does this exclusivity thing work?
Yeah. God, I love South Park.
God, they're
Oh my
so
God.
great. I know.
It's like they're doing it just to pose a problem.
Right.
You know, like, hey, this is like fucked up.
Mhm.
You know.
Nuthouse Groundswell Racing says carpet is the glory.
Who said that?
Groundswell Racing.
Christ dirt, buddy.
Nuthouse wants to know any updates on the new store. I mean, basically, they're working on it right now. They're in construction. They have to do a lot of inside work there. The floor's coming up, the ceiling's coming down to open it up so they have high ceilings. They're painting everything. They got to put in 2 bathrooms, even though they won't be open to the public. We still have to have them in there legally. They got to put up the wall. They got to partition the one side. I believe we've ordered all the racks and everything for it. Got the layout kind of figured out. So yeah, there's going to be a soft opening and then there's going to be like a grand opening. So it'll be pretty good.
That'd be cool. Is that going to be on a Saturday?
Don't know.
I'll have to come over.
Kind of. I'm not out of the loop, but I don't know exactly. Nuthouse says new John Wick movie mid-March.
If
Never-
I'm ever needing to get fired up, there's 2 things that I watch on my TV in my room. Like if I'm like getting ready for a race, like getting my stuff ready, the one thing that the first thing that I watch is the Chicago Bulls Last Dance documentary. Like I'll watch that, or the second one that I watch, like if I'm really thrashing hard, is a John Wick movie where he's like shooting everybody.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like wrenching pissed because it's like I might get beat that weekend, like I'm watching a John Wick movie. If I'm working towards something, like trying to get my stuff better and like building something, like I'm usually watching Last Dance. Dude, if you want to get fired up to get ready to go work on your stuff for a race, watch The Last Dance.
Okay.
Yeah, like you hear it, like Michael Jordan get introduced with the the Alan Parsons Project song, like was it like, and it's like this gets you fired up and ready to go, you know.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that yet. I'll also look into it.
Dude, it's on Netflix. You need to watch
I know
it.
it's on Netflix.
Mhm.
I see it when I scroll through.
Mhm.
Um,
But see, like I was in Chicago, so you got to remember, like I was 7 years old when Space Jam came out.
yeah,
Like I'm a Chicago, I'm
dude,
a Michael Jordan fan.
dude, I was in junior high when they started the first 3 wins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, we were talking about the move. It wasn't even a dunk. The move where he like did the thing where he had the ball in one hand and then he flipped it to the other hand and then he did the thing with his tongue out and he spun around. We were talking
Mhm.
about that like the whole day after that. So
Yeah.
that's when basketball was fun to follow.
So you can appreciate what I'm talking about.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Jarman says he thinks the new Mario movie will be fine. He said Sonic was really surprising. Totally forgot about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't even know there was a movie, Assassin's Creed movie.
Jarman says Lincoln South Shop is doing some small scale stuff every once in a while. I guess you could call that a track.
Yeah, on Thursday nights they race
Yeah.
on the RCP track. The thing is like it's cool and all, but the cars they're racing on that track are too big for the track they're racing on.
Mm,
Like you like they should be racing minis on it.
right. Yeah. Last comment, Tebow, Jared from the John Haas says Jared from the D main and electric just missed the A main. Maybe needed 2 more laps. So, like I said, I think they kind of figured something out there towards the end of both of their runs in electric and nitro.
So it's like this is like the second like big name guy that really knows what they're doing to tune a car for them. You know, you know what I mean? Running on the American style tracks. So I think that like if I had to put stock in somebody right now to be like great in the next year, it'd probably be Jared with the Miyako.
Yeah, I think so. I think Psycho Nitro Blast is next. And then I think it's Silver State if we're looking at the next big 8 skill events coming up.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. And I think they're all going to be here on the 18th too.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting cuz Jared seemed like he struggled a little bit last month. Especially in electric, but he did grind out a podium so in nitro. So
right.
Yeah, I'll just be interested to see how that works out. I think Mason's already locked up one of them. I think. Or he's missed around, so technically he hasn't. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. Peter Renault, real quick. $5 Canadian super chat.
Yeah.
The Hobby
Wing has like $40.
The Hobby Wing Bluetooth dongle has mixed reviews. Are they good or not? I've actually used. I don't own one, but I've used one. I thought it was actually. I mean, it's better than the box. The box is simple. There's more stuff you can fine tune it even more on your app on your phone. So I think it works fine.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work with the XR8 Plus G2s? It should. Definitely should. I had to use the Bluetooth thing to update my firmware on my spec ESCs.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if Peter is also our buddy and our guy. You know.
I love it.
He's probably also our friend.
Yeah.
There's that episode of South Park where like the two Canadians are talking and the one says to the other, he's like, I'm talking to you right now because I'm your buddy. I'm also your guy, or I'm your buddy and your guy, and I'm also your friend.
Okay. Think we got our money's worth.
Yeah.
We've been on for about 2 hours. That's probably too long. So, but we had a lot to catch up on. So,
yeah, we need more. We need more Patreon guys. We need a sponsor. You know.
Yeah.
Like, consider us Sarah McLachlan right now. Like,
In the arms of the angel.
trying to get you to, like, continue to sing.
Fly away with me.
We need your support to get us to
in
the next
arms of the angel.
level of weekly podcast.
That's all I know.
You know?
Yeah, the Patreon really does. It's definitely going to help out more now. It was just kind of like a way for me to pay Will some money for doing this, and now it's just a way for us to take on our part of the show. So basically, right now we're paying.
Now
out of
I
pocket.
get no internet money.
Now you get no internet. Yeah, right now you're not getting any internet money. So
you gotta work 2 jobs. You gotta work 2 jobs to get internet to get money.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're working 2 jobs because we don't have a sponsor now.
Yeah.
You know? Ain't got no internet money, buddy.
But
I'm also your guy.
All right. Well, we'll be back probably after. We'll try to do it after the techno race.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Because next week's the first Monday. We never do them anyways. So I think we'll go for like the 3rd week of March.
Okay.
We'll try to plan on that. Unless we get a whole bunch of sponsors all of a sudden. So
yeah, we need like RC sponsors. You know, we
I know.
like a RC guy. You know, like Bob's Basement Screws or something. Like, give us some money.
Pete's Pilfered Pistons.
Yeah.
PPP.
Or like Rutherford's.
Rutherford's?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot those guys. Right? The Rutherfords.
We did hand them $1,600 cash one time. So
yeah, and then they bought stuff online.
yeah.
Like ruined it for everybody. Rutherfords.
Anyways, all right, we better go.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
That's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's fine.
So that's why we don't do cash giveaways anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because the Rutherfords got $1,600 cash and then bought stuff online.
Oh. All right, let's go. You ready? I'm going to see you. See you later.
Okay.
I'll see you Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
We're looking for a sponsor, you know?